Monday the 18th of May, and I'm going over to the marina. It's been about 8 weeks now since I was last at the boat. I was there on the afternoon of the 23rd of March, the afternoon before the lockdown was announced. And something prompted me at that time to make sure that I emptied the boat of anything perishable. So I haven't got any worries in that respect, but it's going to be at least another 7 weeks, according to the marina, before leisure boaters will be able to get to the boats. So that makes it, we're just over the halfway point. So I want to go over to the marina and simply just check on the bilge and see if I can start the engine and give the engine a good 15 minutes of turnover. So that's what I intend to do today. I had to ring this morning to make an appointment, and I'm allowed strictly only 1 hour. So I'm on my way now, and I'm making sure that I'm in good time so that I don't lose any of my hour.
But they were all standing around chatting.
So I'm just arriving at the marina, and I'll be interested to see what kind of checks there are for this hour's appointment. Apparently I don't have to book in, so that would make a bit of a nonsense. But there's a sign which saying that it's closed, but I have actually made an appointment, so I'm not going to do what it says. Hi there, so it's Monday the 18th of May, and I've come over to the marina to have a check of the boat. This is the first time I've been to the boat for 8 weeks. I had to make an appointment. I'm allowed to come for an hour, so during that hour I intend to do a little bit of filming that I've been asked to do by a primary school in Derby for the nursery and reception class. So it's going to be a very short 5-minute video of the boat, just the basics of it. And I'm going to start the engine, hopefully, and give the engine a good run, and then check the bilge and that kind of thing. So I think I'll check the bilge first. Doesn't seem to be any major problems that I can see just on looking at the boat. It's a bit dusty and a bit dirty, but nothing that a good wash won't sort out. Solar panels seem to have been doing their job. I've just checked the battery levels and they're right at the top, because obviously they've been taking in power, but very little has gone out. The bilge pump has been on all the time for the last 7 weeks, but obviously it only kicks in if it needs to. And fortunately, during this period, it has been extremely dry. The gangplank coming down to the pontoon is at its lowest. It's really very, very low. And it's such a shame that we can't get out, because I'm sure Derwent Lock would be very easy to do at the moment. But hey, let's have a look at the bilge first. So to get to the bilge pump, I first of all have to remove the step and then the petrol tank. And there we can see, apart from a bit of gunk, there's no water in there whatsoever. It's absolutely as dry as a bone, which is very good. There's a little bit of a leakage there, which indicates there must be something coming in at that point there. It's very tiny, so that's a good indication of something that I might have to pay attention to at a later date. Well as checking the bilge at the stern, I also like to check the bow of the boat, because that in the past has been a place where there has been some leakage. I did have to attend to that when the boat was taken out of the water last September, and since then there hasn't been a problem. So I just need to remove some of the cushions and hopefully it'll be dry as well. So if I just remove this little bit of flooring, you can see there again a bit of gunky stuff that's dried out, but other than that it's absolutely as dry as a bone, so there's no problems in that sense. So I'm now going to have a look at the engine and try and get it started. In order to do that, I have to first of all remove the engine cover. So I've now attached the fuel line that just pops on there and clicks like so. Make sure it doesn't come off. That's it, it only fits one way. The next thing to do is to prime it. A chap from the River Canal Rescue gave me a tip once that when you're priming the bulb, you should always make sure that you lift the bulb up. Don't do it when it's down there. There's a valve inside there which would, if it's lying down, it will prevent it from working. So you pump it until it's hard, which it is now, so that should be full. Then normally I need a bit of choke. So take the choke out. The electric is on. Right, then it's engage neutral. And we'll see what happens. This is the first time in 7 weeks. Okay, and it normally does that. It'll do a quick kick in. So then it's a matter of putting the choke in and just repeating that, and this time it should be okay. Very smoky, because obviously it's been sitting there for some time. Quite smoky. Two-strokes tend to be very smoky anyway. This one was serviced only a few days before lockdown, so it should be okay. But I'm going to let it run for a bit. You can see that's running really well. I'm so happy and pleased, because it's one of the things that I was quite worried about, was leaving the engine for such a long time. whilst I'm here, I'm just going to film a couple of my neighbours' boats, so I can put something on Facebook for them, so they can be assured that their boats are looking okay. I think they're all a little bit splashed and a bit mucky, but nothing that a good scrub won't sort out. Yeah, nothing untoward with that one. And my neighbours opposite. We've all spent such a long time over this last year in renovating our boats and trying to make them look as best we can, and it's a bit of a worry that you've spent all that time and just sitting here doing nothing, and you know, anything could happen to them. But it's nice to know that everything's secure and they seem to be okay. Nothing untoward with this one either, so I'll send them that footage. Been away so long I wasn't able to change the clock, so let's do that now. Okay, so I've had the engine running for nearly 3/4 of an hour now, which is probably enough just to make sure that it's turned over and that it's put a little bit of juice back into battery 2, which is at the moment powering the bilge pump, which obviously hasn't kicked in, but there is a small light on the bilge pump which is there all the time just to show that it is on. So that's the only thing that has been using power during the time that the boat has been locked up the last 8 weeks.